Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's late. Got a lot going on, and I'm pretty much caught up in the pre-election hype. So I've been addicted to the news. But wanted to get it out there before tomorrow's open. Actually, the markets are open now, but here's the dollar on over the weekend. The FBI decided not to press charges, or decided to close the investigation on the emails, and the dollar instantly jumped. I'm not sure if it was right after or during or whatever. But you can see the cross over the pattern, breakout, and coming back into the support, and it bounced. And then you can see the bounce off 34 on the daily. We are coming into resistance, so hopefully we might get some pushback for tomorrow. But it looks bullish, except for the little overbought situation here in the crossover. But see if it has any more momentum from here, or consolidate. S&P, same thing, had a little push, a little gap up and run, so that's a bullish move. This, on the other hand, is on its oversold situation. You can see the gap up, coming into resistance, coming into the previous lows. See what happens. Could be just a huge bearish retracement on a daily, but on a weekly, it looks pretty strong coming across there. But could easily just come whipping right back across. One thing about if Trump gets in, I think that the world will see the dollar as a little bit more confident. So is that going to be good for gold and silver? I'm not sure. It's a 10-year bond. Still healthy. Still working off a double top. Nothing to see here. Slowly but surely it looks bullish to hit the other side of the pattern. But right now it's got kicked out of going inside of the pattern. So looks pretty bullish as the 8 is crossing over the 34. It's Dow. Dow looks bullish. See that on a weekly. It is at resistance inside the pattern. See if it'll break outside the pattern. Daily looks pretty strong there. But again, we're inside the pattern. So let's see if there's any kind of rejection coming soon. Plus it's got to fill the gap, right? NASDAQ, same thing. Bearish retracement back into resistance on the daily, but the weekly hasn't crossed over the 34. Looks like it gapped up pretty good. It's above the 50% rule, so looks like momentum was catched on there. See if it has any gusto to get it back across the EMA 8 on a weekly chart. Deutsche Bank, again, saved by the bell. You can see the volume. See the volume push, saved by the bell that one simple day, and pretty good OBV. And it's still got a ways to go to be an oversold situation. So you can see all the volume came in, a little OBV help. We're buying, saved by the bell. See what happens. Nikkei was up big the other day. I thought, no, doesn't look like it. Looks like I have a big down day. Oh, that's right. Maybe I was confused. But again, it had a flat top break, very weak, came back into support, and right now it's teetering right on the previous pattern trend line. Let's go to crude. Crude needs a little help, but so far so good. It's bouncing off of its previous low, but it did break down, so that might be a bearish retracement back into resistance, and then allow it to fall after that. Longer it stays below, it's going to tend to break down. So we'll see what happens. That's a weekly chart. See what happens on daily. Some reversals. Looks like it oversold. So it's ready to come back up. The rubber band has been stretched pretty far on the daily chart. So it looks like it's trying to bend across. See what happens. Gold and silver ratio looks like gold was a better buy. It's got to get over. Make silver the good buy. Looks like it's bouncing off of the previous pattern. Nice break above. Came back into. Let's see if it'll catch its legs and move on forward. It looks like it has a little momentum building here. Regular gold. Gold gapped down just like everything else gapped up. Daily chart, we are at support still. So far we're opened up today. Making a higher low. 8 is now across the 34. Let's see if we have any momentum left before the end of the week to get back above that 8. Maybe even fill this gap by the end of the week. That would be nice. But we are working with a triple top now. Daily chart. Weekly, it's hanging in there. Did gap down, pretty nasty. Let's see if we can recover, gather our legs, get back above previous high, hit the other side, come back into the pattern. Looks like we got a churn here. See if we can keep that momentum running to an oversold or over bought situation. I always get it confused. Silver, same thing. Except on a daily, you can see how overbought. But it's hanging in there, consolidating right in over the 34 on daily chart. We are getting across. We have support. It broke out of the pattern, came back into the support. Pretty bullish move. See if we can hang. Looks like weekly's pushing back up, maybe even making a hammer this week. Pretty nice. Copper's on the move. See if we can break previous highs. It's outside the pattern. We are at resistance. Look for any kind of bullish retracement back into support. Alright, so let's look at the miners. Make this real short and sweet for everybody. Oversold. Or, yeah, oversold. OBV needs a little bit of help. It's going sideways here. See if we can get above. That might be a bearish retracement on a weekly chart. But let's see if the daily's still hanging in there with that cup and handle. Still looks like it caught the trend line here, catching that 13. Let's see if we can come back up and fill those gaps. GDXJ, same thing. We still have the cup and handle in check. Got a higher low, catching that 13. Let's see if we can get it back up. Gotta catch our legs. You don't want the pattern to break. It's not broken yet. Could use a little bit of help. We're in a oversold situation. Turning the corner. Let's see if we can get back above the EMA 8 on a weekly chart. It's important. Keep momentum going. JNUG. Same thing on the weekly. Looks like we just made a double bottom. Whipsaw too. On the daily. Came back above. Let's see if we can keep that going. Needs a little bit of help. It's on a teeter. It's always on a teeter. Nice bounce off the 13 on the GDX, or the Nugget. So a little variation on each one. It's all about the same kind of flow. We need a breakdown. We need to close above these lines. Close above, and then we might see an explosive move. That's what I think. But, need some help on that. Let's see. Bitcoin has made a move yet. Looks like we're consolidating. Yeah, it looks like it's making a higher low. So there's an opposing point. There's an opposing point. Gonna be in this pattern for a little while, I guess. Let's take a look at AG, see how it's faring. Some of the equities are ready to go. Just need a little push and a little signal. Way oversold. USLV. All kind of the same thing, right? Oh, Tahoe's having a little trouble. It's a bearish retracement right there. Look for another leg down on Tahoe. Watch out on that one. CLF. Look at CLF. It's going to get a push here. Let's see what happens when I put my linear regression in. You can see the line regression. I set mine to 34 on the open. Let's see if we can get a breakout above the regression line, which is the previous high break. I like that regression line. You guys gotta see what you think about that. Let's see. NGD, I think that was EXK. Everything got kicked back on that Monday flow. See if we got any legs for the rest of the week. AUY, see if it's got any reversals yet. No. It's way oversold. It should churn someday. ASM. ASM looks healthier than the rest of them. Got a little churn. TRX VGC. That was one. That's one I was looking for. That one looks healthy for a move on a previous high break. Watch for any breakout above the regression line as things start to move. TRX still needs a little bit of help. Everything's an oversold situation, so don't know how long we have to wait, but there's a Calix Mines, Calinex Mines, waiting for that previous high break. Take a ride. Let's see the longer term charts. There's a monthly chart. Everything is in a hold, waiting for the election. NAK. I like NAK. Let's see. NAK put a daily or weekly hammer. Wait a minute. Oh, there we go. Daily hammer in on NAK. Let's see if we can get an open tomorrow and get a burst of energy coming off of this momentum reversal bar. Something to watch. NVDEF is coming in on a bottom reversal, but it's so thinly traded. Not sure if that'll catch, but it's been drugged down through the mud, down to 30. I think that's it. Google. All these things were looking really bad, and then all of a sudden the bounce. Apple. It's got a nice bouncing going on. FNV. Basing. Got a little churn down here. Watch for a pop above. That one kicked back a little bit. Still in play. Everything's ready. Everything's been basing. FSM. Still waiting for FSM as well. Looks like FSM came all the way back in, just like that cup and handle I'm watching. That one looks a lot healthier than the GDX and GDXJ though. See what happens. They're all the same patterns. Hopefully they move together. I think that's it, guys. Hopefully everyone gets their choice tomorrow as president. But I think after tomorrow the choice is going to be obvious of what everyone wants. But there we go. If Trump wins, I think there'll be a stronger dollar in the future. Not that this market can withhold. It needs some kind of a correction. It's been going out for 8 straight years with no manufacturing base, no unemployment. Just ridiculous numbers. So there's got to be a correction. I bet you if Trump gets in, they'll blame it on him. And then on the reverse side, I think around the world they'll look to the dollar as a little stronger, as Trump is talking a lot of game about being a businessman running the government. So see what happens. I like to see some change. I don't know. Don't know if it'll ever happen. But I'll see you guys. Talk to you tomorrow. See ya.